Until someone makes a tough edit of us. Now, where is it? Where did this city even come from? And you know, I still don't believe he's real. I just can't stop looking at it, man. You are seeing this, right? Well, you aren't, because you've never seen anything like this before. Sonic Riders, my favorite racing game. Honestly, one of my favorite games of all time. And I ain't even that big of a Sonic fan. I'm not. No bait and switch, no irony, no nothing. I grew up playing the games, and I like the character, but I'm not that big of a fan. I've always messed with the style of the Riders games, though. I know it's trendy as hell right now, but a racing game that draws upon that Y2K, the future we're promised type vibes with hoverboards? Hoverboards? Sign me up! Since I used footage from Sonic Riders Zero Gravity in this video, I figured it was finally time to try the original Riders. Installed the ROM, booted up Dolphin, clicked on story mode, and... What? I forgot how to play. It's all gone. It all vanished. It disappeared. It evaporated from my mind. It's discarded into the abyss. Holy Christ. Holy Christ, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. Aww. Why would I listen to someone who has no hands?
Sonic skateboard.
Okay, so what's first? Huh? Okay, so basically this game is all about air. It takes air to simply move around. This air meter controls everything you do in the race, and if you run out, you can no longer hover. This makes Riders a management game on top of a racing game. There are 3 ways to refill your air. Random item boxes you find in the track, these air refill pit stops that the game actually points you towards when you run out, and the most important, doing tricks. You see that ramp you're barreling towards? Hold A and release right before you go off of it. Perfect. Now move the joystick in different directions to actually flip around. The better time your release, the faster your trick. The more tricks you do, the better your rank. And the better your rank, the more air you get. But remember, you need to land the trick. This ain't your mama's game. Chill, muchacho. All will be revealed in due time. Just focus on doing tricks and landing tricks, alright? You see that half pipe? You can also trick off that. Go for it! Yeah, whatever you say, boss. Oh, and last thing. There's actually another way to get air. Those sections where you lose control and it shows a rotating joystick? Just, rotate the joystick and you get free air. Something you can always rely on if the going gets tough. Yada yada yada, see you won. Yeah, 1 second. My name is Shrubster, and I stroke a wild style to Rouge the Bat. Talking! Don't do that again. You can start to see how this is different from your average kart racer. Riding on hoverboards, managing your fuel, doing tricks, all while going at nearly faster than light speeds. It's so wildly unique, which is, ironically, a trend I notice in older games. And I don't say that to imply that these games were objectively better than what we have today, because that's foolish. Bad games were around back then, and good games are still being made. There's just so much to sort through that they're harder to find. But even if a game studio made a bad game, it is refreshing to see established game publishers take risks back then, because 3D video games were completely uncharted territory. Jet Set Radio came from this single picture. A whole game and subsequent art style based on the vibe of an image? You would not see that nowadays, man. There's no precedent on what was good or bad yet, so we just had a bunch of creatives throw stuff at the wall and see what stuck. Why don't we see innovation with AAA titles today? Short answer, they found out it works, so experimenting is no longer profitable. Long answer? Well, check out this video by my boy Fink. Hi Fink, hello Fink, it's me, hi. I was reading up on some interviews with Takashi Yuta, the producer of Sonic Riders, and he said something that stuck with me.
Greetings all. It's me, Takashi Yuta, producer of Sonic Riders. With Sonic Riders, what I want to do is expose the character elements of Sonic and his team and his friends through this racing game, and also to show the unique Sonic action element that no other racing game has. Therefore, making Sonic Riders an original racing game of its own, a one-of-its-kind racing game.
A one-of-its-kind racing game. To actively strive to make your own mark, to create a new idea, is something I believe we should all keep at the back of our minds, not just with making video games, but with everything we do. Irregardless if it's good or bad, low quality or high, there is intrinsic value in being different, even if nobody else can see it. To believe in your own personal vision. Not contrarianism, but more so, oh damn, next race. Okay, let's go, let's go! Step it up! And it all starts here, at the start. You're trying to pass the start line the second the clock hits 0. Walk back and wait for the green laser to pass by you. That's your visual cue of when to start moving. A lot of sense? Or a lot of sense? Cha-ching! The closer your timing, the more speed and air you get at the start, and you don't look like a jester fool in front of everybody, like you were last time. Now let me put you onto something. Boosting. Press B and you'll speed ahead of everyone else. And if you boost into someone, you can actually commit vehicular manslaughter, just like in real life. God, this game is so freaking realistic, man. Boosting takes air though, quite a bit, so be careful. And it leaves behind what I think is the coolest feature in this game, turbulence. Boy, if you don't check your skin tone, chicken belly. Turbulence is basically a wind half-pipe they can do tricks in. Riding on literal wind, this game is so cool, man. Anytime anyone boosts, they'll trail behind them, which means there's always a chance to come back. Doing tricks, showing off your own steez in your own way, that's real important, but you won't win a race focused only on yourself. Look at others, see the turbulence they leave behind, and use it to your advantage. And yet another victory for the spectacular Shrubster. Let's freaking go. And, yeah, whatever you said. That's not what I meant, man. That's not what I freaking meant, man. Takashi Yuta! Explain!
The quote doesn't have the context yet, brah. You gotta do it.
Shut up. Contrarianism is rooted in aversion. I don't like this, so instead I'm going to do this. It's dependent on whatever it opposes, and as a result, just becomes an extension of the mainstream. It's not different, it's just, well, not. To me, being different is simply taking what you like and filtering it through what you have. It comes from appreciation of what's around you, not aversion. There is value to be found in everyone and everything you come across, even if it's bad or mainstream normie slop. Sure, Yuta and the writers team wanted to make a game that was one of a kind, but they didn't have to go out of their way to do this. They just took something that they liked that happened to be popular at the time, extreme sports, and put it within a new context. Take it away, Yuta.
What inspired me to make an extreme game? There are 2 reasons. I wanted to create a game where Sonic is on a board or some sort of vehicle or whatnot. When you think of that, what would Sonic look good on? His personality and characteristics naturally came about, and him being on sort of extreme sports type of equipment. The number 2 reason is that when the project got started, the original concept didn't start off with making an extreme sports game or anything like that. The original concept was about using what we call turbulence.
Riders is the byproduct of early 2000s pop culture combined with an understanding of Sonic's character and a cool game mechanic. Yuta took what seemed interesting to him, filtered it through Sonic, and naturally created a unique game experience that hasn't been seen before. That's all it takes to be different in my eyes. I feel that sometimes people can forget to filter whatever they like through themselves. They try to fit into the style rather than have the style fit into them, blindly appreciating everything about an idea or visual or aesthetic without understanding the why or the what. And since the idea itself is subversive, it's easy to believe that the complete imitation of the idea is also subversive, even though it's still just another form of copying, if that makes any sense. I guess what I'm saying is that balance is key. There should always be an effort to find the negatives of what you like and the positives of what you don't like, and adopt the individual positive aspects of both, instead of leaning completely into contrarianism or straight imitation. Though I will say that imitation, finding what it should be rather than what it shouldn't be, is a much better base for growth. Even if it's just a copy, it's at least something to work with. Know the rules before you break them type beat. That sounds kinda stupid. Yeah, whatever you say. Well, I knew all that already. By the second race, I remembered how to play this game completely. I really do appreciate it, never mind. Huh? That turn is impossible. Like, it's literally impossible. What the hell? I did it! Okay, huh? I can't do it. This track is impossible. Unfair, cruel. It is ontologically cruel. Why is everyone else so fast? Why does it feel like the game is built around them winning? What is it now, man? Oh, stop being jester fool and lock in. What do you think I'm doing? Yeah, I guess I'll try it again then. Sonic Riders had mixed reviews. The game had performance issues, no one knew how to play the game, the physics engine could cook you at times, the graphics, while stylish, weren't as high fidelity as other games at the time. It was average, a solid 5.9. Two more Riders games came out, Zero Gravity and Free Riders. Zero Gravity completely threw out the error system from the original and replaced it with a brand new gravity system that once again hasn't been seen before. Yet it also released to mixed reviews, a solid 5.6. Free Riders fell victim to the motion control craze with Xbox Connect. It was actually the first Riders game I played, back at the Boys and Girls Club. Ooh, boy, the B&G, man. The game was too hard to control, lost the visual identity of the prior games, in my opinion, and was poorly received. 4.7. People say that this game killed the franchise. Taking us to the present with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, a traditional kart racer with seemingly no limits on who's allowed to be added, like SpongeBob. Game's fun, easy to get into and play. They even added the extreme gear from Riders, but there's no air or gravity system. It's a good game, well reviewed. I saw somebody on Instagram say it's its favorite, so yeah, 8.2. I'm not gonna lie to you, being different can really suck at times. You're not going to be rewarded. In fact, you may sometimes be disliked, or even worse, ignored. And a unique idea can and often will be poorly executed. One could even call it bad. Sometimes people go lucky. that their natural interests filter through their authentic selves just happen to resonate with others. Popularity and creativity aren't mutually exclusive. The best are considered the best for a reason, but they stand at the top of a mountain of equally as innovative but failed attempts from others. So why even bother? You are more likely to succeed from truly pushing the boundaries. Quite the opposite, actually. You're going to fail and mess up, and it'll feel that no one will ever care. Which is exactly why you gotta do it. The pursuit of being one of a kind is a journey of self-discovery. It teaches you so many things about who you are as a person, what you actually care about, what you truly want to do, and what you don't want to do. And on that off chance that you find someone who does care, that someone who can also see the vision, is the greatest feeling on earth, man. Don't squander that potential connection. It's the highest form of connection there is. Friend and friend, partner and partner, creator and fan, rival and rival. To truly see others, you need to be able to see yourself. And to see yourself, you have to see what you aren't. That's why you need to fail. And trying something new will lead to a lot of failure, trust me. I don't have it all figured out yet. But when I think of being different, I look for 3 things. 1. Believe in your steez. Nobody else in the world can believe in you and your ideas, but that doesn't mean anything as long as you do. Your belief in yourself is just as valid as the belief you have in others, since you're a person too, right? 2. Pay your respects. Don't be a contrarian. There are so many aspects to one particular thing that it's impossible to truly dislike everything about it. Learn as much as you can from others, take what you like, and try to consider what you don't like. You owe it to your interests to take the time to truly understand why they interest you in the first place. And 3. Yourself. I think people overestimate how much they know about themselves, and underestimate how much you change while pursuing a goal. When you stare into the abyss stares back. Humans are adaptable. We are molded by our experiences, and we experience even more as we chase what we think is our ideal. As much as it seems that these experiences are simply a means to an end, and the actual development comes after we accomplish what we set out to do, that's not the case at all. You will change whether you like it or not, and you have to be willing to let go of who you thought you were if you want to see who you are. Me personally, I feel like I've had to completely tear myself down and rebuild constantly, man. But knowing about the stuff that remains after it's all gone, the core of who I am, makes it all worth it. To me, at least. And each time I gotta kill myself, I see a little bit more of what lies below. Everything's part of the path, it just doesn't feel that way because you don't exactly know what the path is. But that's what makes it exciting, huh? Thanks for watching. I appreciate you sticking around while I bumbled through that game. Yeah. Don't think I don't see you too, though. You know, I thought you were referencing... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how to start this off. Hi, this is the Outer Bounds, no relation. And I come here just to voice my thoughts that I had when I finished a video. Outside of the same old, I never expected I was gonna finish this video, because I never expect to finish a video. And I think that's a good thing, and I think you should not know if you can do something before you do it. Makes it exciting, like I just said. But yeah, frankly, I just wanted to reflect, because this is the last video for a while. Similar to last time, I have to go home for break, and I can't bring my PC with me. So it's just kind of interesting, especially since it's summertime. This is my first year of college too, and it was an experience, a very isolating experience, a very static experience. I'll be honest, you know, I feel like some days kind of felt like they were looping over and over again, you know, and the only reason that I'm not going crazy, or at least not more crazy than I am now, because right now, I swear to God, I'm seeing like things moving in the peripherals of my eyes. But yeah, the only reason that I didn't go completely insane was because of these videos, and I really appreciate that. And I appreciate even more the fact that people watched these videos and take the time out of their day to listen to my rambles and see my dumb mind. And I really just want to say how grateful I am for that. Like, not because you liked and subscribed, I don't really care about any of that, but the fact, if you're here listening to it now, and you like this enough to even hear all of this, then it really does mean a lot to me, man. And that's that. You know, I just wanted to show my thanks. And also say that, to you, you know who you are, bro. Now, I saw that video, and when I'm back after the summer training arc, bro, it's over for you, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, well, and I'm going to make, like, a director's commentary tutorial behind the scenes and how I make my videos before I leave, so if you're interested in that, sit tight. But outside of that, yeah, it's gonna be a bit, so yeah, I hope that this is a good farewell, temporary farewell, you know, and yeah, I'll be seeing ya.